Picking up a long story, so let's get it started with Cam Newton and Tom Brady. Boy, I ain't nothing. Who were the talk of the offseason after switching addresses. Cam has settled in very well in New England. He has 5 total touchdowns, just a yard away from the Patriots being undefeated this season. Brady has been non-GOAT-like in Tampa so far. He's thrown as many interceptions as touchdown passes. He was also called out by his new coach, Bruce Arians, after only 1 game. So, Acho, has Cam made the Patriots look smart for letting Tom Brady go?
What? Bro, Cam Newton has made the Patriots look Albert Einstein smart. Einstein, like the smartest team, the smartest decision you could ever make. Cam Newton has made the Patriots forget about Tom Brady.
Hot take.
No.
Hot take.
Laugh if you will.
I will.
Think about this.
I will.
Patriots, Buccaneers. Who has a better receiving core? The Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Patriots, Buccaneers. Who has a better tight end core? Yeah. The Buccaneers. Patriots, Buccaneers. Who has a better running back room? The Buccaneers. But Patriots, Buccaneers. Who has the better offense? The Patriots. The Buccaneers have the better receivers, the better tight end, the better running backs, and the offensive line, if we're being honest, that's a wash. Yet the Patriots have the better offense, all because of one man, Cameron Newton. Again, the job of the quarterback is to get the ball into his playmaker's hands. But when you are the better and best playmaker, your job is then to keep the ball in your hands. Cam Newton, 15 rush attempts week 1.
Yes.
Ties a career high for Cam Newton.
Get it, Cam.
Cam Newton, 15 rush attempts in week 1. So he said, you know what? Week 1, my job is to run the ball. Okay, I can do that. But then week 2, his job was to pass the ball. He only passed the ball for his 3rd highest passing yards in his career since 2011, his rookie season. So with the Patriots, they said, okay, Tom Brady, you got to go. You got to go. They didn't really say that, but Tom Brady said, okay, I got to go. And Cam Newton came in here, and not only did he make the Patriots look smart, he made them look genius, and he made them forget about Tom Brady. Because if you're being real and you bump the stats, just look at the eyebrow test, the eyesight test, Marcellus.
Okay. I'm you.
Tom Brady wouldn't have had the Patriots in that game against the Seahawks. He wouldn't have even had them in that game. So in my first lap, he made the Patriots look Einstein smart.
Oh, my God. Woo. Has Cam made the Patriots look smart for letting Brady go? Genius. First of all, you already corrected yourself. They didn't let Brady go. They just didn't fight tooth and nail for him to stay.
They didn't.
You ever been in that situation like, ooh, if she break up with me, I ain't fighting for this relationship. You let it go. So let's just clarify that. Okay. Now, I have to answer this, and this is a tough one, because I'm going to say they don't look smart in this situation. However, I've been at home before and heard my neighbors blasting their music, having a party over there. And as much as my wife is like, why don't you go say something, tell them to turn it down when we're trying to sleep, all these kids gonna wake up. I'm saying they're like, I kind of hear that music over there. I ain't mad at them over there. If I'm sitting there and I'm Tom Brady and I'm looking at the New England situation, I'm not mad at what they're doing. And if I'm New England, of course I'm happy with Cam Newton. But please, Acho, don't get up here and make people forget about 6 rings that fast. What's the use of winning rings if you forget about them in 2 weeks? That's what I don't understand, and that's why I can't go as far as you have gone in terms of what Cam Newton is doing in New England. Let's remember, you're using Cam Newton against Cam Newton and grading him on a curve based on him. You're not basing him on New England's Tom Brady and that success. You know why?
I'm going to get there.
You know why?
I'm going to get there.
Because ain't no way anybody ever in NFL history is going to compare it to what Tom Brady did in New England. So grading him on a curve obviously is going to help him in his assessment. But in totality, you can't do this. What New England did is something that a lot of people do. They take credit for something else that they really didn't walk themselves into. This is an unintended consequence. Cam Newton was a free agent for 105 days. Y'all waited 3 months to sign Cam.
But they still signed him.
They did. But is that smart? Is that genius, or are you just not as dumb as the other teams that needed a quarterback? That's all I'm saying. So I'm having some semantics right here because both situations, I think they're in better situations. But I have to use Acho against Acho since he wants to use Cam against Cam.
Please do, sir.
Acho, since you want to be Mr. Rhetorical and ask all the questions but answer them yourself,
go ahead.
Who has the better coach? Oh, New England. Who has the better coaching staff? According to Acho, these are Acho's words. Oh, New England. So when you want to say, wow, Cam is out there balling out of control, but Tom Brady has all the better resources around him, you forgot the most important, the chess masters, the ones that put you in position to succeed.
Here's the thing. You said I was grading Cam against Cam.
You did.
Then let's not do that. Let's grade Cam against Tom Brady. You don't want to do that.
Not the later state, not the old
the thing
Tom
is,
Brady.
Marcellus, it's not what have you done for me. It's what have you done for me lately in the NFL.
All right, Janet.
I'm not comparing Cam Newton against Tom Brady's 6 rings, but I will compare Cam Newton against Tom Brady as of late. Remember last year, only one time did the Patriots give up more than 35 points. That was last year against the Baltimore Ravens. The Patriots got embarrassed. They got blown out. Tom Brady, he threw the ball 46 times like Cam Newton threw the ball 44 times on this past Sunday. But Tom Brady only had 285 passing yards. Cam Newton gave you 400. Cam Newton also gave you 2 rushing touchdowns. The Patriots got in shootouts before last year. And Tom Brady, he ran out of bullets. Tom Brady didn't have enough to come to the fight. The last time Tom Brady threw for the same amount of yardage or more than the same amount of yardage that Cam threw for that 400 he gave you on Sunday, you got to go back to 2017, Marcellus. You got to go back to week 2 of 2017 in the regular season. That's how far you got to travel to see Tom Brady throw for those 400 yards. So if you want to compare Tom Brady to Cam Newton, old school Tom Brady, i.e. old Tom Brady, then you have to do that. Cam Newton, I'm not grading him on a curve. I'm grading Cam Newton against Tom Brady, recent Tom Brady. And it's not even a question. Like, think about Tom Brady Tom Brady has all these cats and yet is not doing anything with it. But Cam Newton, career high for Julian Edelman, reception yards. Career high for N'Keal Harry, receiving yards. He's out there with the same guys that Tom Brady had, but he's doing more. It's not even an argument.
Hold on, big dog. You just said that he's not doing much with all that around him?
He's not.
What's the
25th
record?
total offense.
What's New England's record?
25th total offense.
You just don't like answering questions.
25th total offense.
1-1. What is Tampa Bay's record? 1-1.
25th total offense to the 8th total offense.
You said, I don't give a damn what your rank is.
That's what matters.
No, wins and losses matters. Wins and losses. You think you're ranking? Tampa Bay had the number 3 offense in scoring and yards last year. How far did that get?
Because
Dallas had the number 1 offense last year. How did that go? Okay, stop that. Here we go. This is what you're doing. And you...
What am I doing? What am I doing? You tell me what I'm doing.
You're standing on a faulty premise because you're measuring old man versus young man.
I'm measuring right now versus right now.
We both follow each other on IG.
That's facts.
You're on my page way more. I'm on your page. I know that. It's facts. I check my transactions. Here we go. I raced a young man by the name of Marcellus Vernon Wiley Jr.
Okay.
I've raced him 5 times. I am 1-4. I can't beat this little 5-year-old, right? But I am 45. I have my list of accomplishments. If you ever come over to my house after the pandemic, I will show you awards. I was a national track champion. I actually beat every kid in my age group in the entire country, even the international track award. But here's the thing with Acho. When you come over my house, you would sit there and be like, but all I know is your son is faster than you because you measure him against me right now. I'm an old man. But don't you ever forget what I got hanging up on that wall.
You're the same person, Marcellus, who says, don't talk to me about LeBron James because he's 35. What's that have to do with anything? You playing right now. As soon as you step on the track, it's a fair race. Tom Brady is in the same league that Cam Newton is in. Don't sit here and compare Tom Brady's glory years to Cam's glory years. Compare their right now to right now, because that's what we're playing in right now.
I was comparing a body of work. When it comes to an award, it's for a given amount of time. That's why I go there on LeBron. But a body of work, LeBron, I count when he was 19 all the way to today. But let's bring in somebody, speaking of being special when they were young, Reggie Bush, Fox NFL analyst.
I think you're still special, Reg. I think
he was hella special. Reggie, has Cam made the Patriots look smart for letting Brady go, big dog?
I think he has, because I think you always have to ask the question with superstar players, with players like Tom Brady, like GOATs, would you rather be a year early or would you rather be a year late? And so not that Cam Newton is going to be able to replicate what Tom Brady did with the Patriots. Absolutely not. He's not going to give you 6 rings. But I think what Cam Newton does give the New England Patriots, he's giving them something that they have never had before. So now I feel like they have a football team that they can play against the Baltimore Ravens. They can go into Kansas City and control the time of possession and keep Patrick Mahomes off of the football field. But also at the same time, we're only in week 2, right? So I think everybody has to lower their expectations, because everybody is still trying to figure this thing out. But I have to say this though, Cam Newton does look very good. I was really impressed by the way he played in that game against Seattle.
Look, I'm not even going to sit up here and do TV. I have better notes supporting Cam Newton in New England than I do for Tom Brady in Tampa right now. But the problem is, it's only week 2. I don't know why we're even going this hard on this question. But more importantly, if we want to project the road in front of Tampa Bay versus the road in front of New England, I'd rather be in Tampa Bay. We sat up here just yesterday talking about, oh, New Orleans, look out for New Orleans. And then what happened was we saw what New Orleans did in Las Vegas. If you're in the AFC right now, be real. Kansas City, Baltimore are sitting there saying, come on, we're waiting for you. And that's what New England has to face no matter how well they play. If you're in the NFC, who are you scared of? Green Bay, that was a 13-3 paper champion last year, even though they look better this year. Are you scared of them? San Francisco, they all beat up. New Orleans, we saw them last night. So if you're Tampa Bay gelling together with Tom Brady on the throne, you got to feel good about your chances on top of Tom Brady. In week 2, already stabilized this situation without his best wide receiver and Chris Godwin. So the sky's the limit, and the landscape looks better if you're in the NFC.
Hey, Reg, bring my dog Reggie back on camera. Hey, Reggie, you know someone losing an argument when they say, I don't even know why we doing this topic.
You ain't lying.
I don't even like talking about this.
I ain't well none of this.
I don't even like talking about this. No way.
Doing the ET up here.
Marcellus, I'm not going to sit here and argue your point because you know your point is completely ridiculous. I'm just going to tell you what actually makes sense and what is actually logical here. Cam Newton is leading the Patriots offense to a top 8 offense, a top 10 offense in the National Football League. They're sitting at number 8 right now. Remember, all it comes down to is this. What is Cam Newton doing with the pieces he has? We said the Patriots probably have a bottom 5 talent pool when you look at their running backs, when you look at their receiving